Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the More on Our podcast. I'm one of your hosts there.
Hello, and I'm Dan.
He's the other one.
The
As
other.
always, before we get into this episode, go ahead and do us a favour, hit that like button if you find yourself enjoying this one. It really does help us out, we do appreciate it, and it does help to promote the podcast. And promoting the podcast is what, Dan?
Promoting the More on Love. Of course.
Exactly.
We're sellouts.
Yeah, pretty much. So, you know what, Dan? This episode, we're not going to start with the moronic or not section. We are going to start...
Are we not?
We are going to start with a little game.
Oh, right.
So, we are going to play Guess the Paint Names.
Paint names.
Yes, the names of types of paint. Because I recently was looking at paint colours, and some of them are ridiculous. So, we're going to run through them, and Dan, I want you to try and guess the colour that these represent. Okay?
Right, okay.
Okay,
Go on.
so, the first one is Elephant's Breath. What colour do you think that is?
And that's the only hint I get.
Yep, that's the name of it.
Wow. Grey?
Yep, it was a light grey. Alright, next one.
Oh, yes.
Julie's Dream.
Red.
I can only assume her dreams are fucking boring because it's cream.
It's
God
cream.
knows why.
Does that count as a colour?
What, cream?
So
Yes.
what?
Yes, cream counts as a colour, I believe.
Oh, it was more of a shade.
Yeah, whatever. White's a colour, black's a... They're all colours, who cares? There's no bloody things as shades anyway. Dead Salmon is the next one.
Like a dark red.
Yeah,
Down
kind
to
of
black.
a dark browny kind of red, yeah. Alright,
I say
next one
dark red.
is
Yeah,
Reginald.
black, yeah. Reginald?
Reginald.
He's Reginald.
That's the name of the paint. Guess the colour.
Green? Green, I don't know.
No, it's a deep yellow. It's like a mustardy kind of yellow.
Oh, silly
But
me
the thing
for
is,
not
if
knowing.
someone said to me they've painted Reginalds on their walls, I'd be a bit concerned.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Anyway, okay. So the next one is this one's a big hint. You might not be able to get this one. It's a bit difficult. Potentially purple.
Purple?
Yep, shockingly, it's light purple. Yeah. All right, this
Thought you
one.
were going to say pink or something.
Expressive plum.
Expressive plum.
Yeah.
Red? I feel like red is like the go-to colour.
No, it's a dark purple.
Oh, close enough.
All right, next
Next
one.
one.
This one's fucking bizarre. You're never getting this. Emotional.
Probably emotional. That's an interesting one.
I guarantee
either
you, the
blue-
person that tried to like the manager just said, these paints have to have like emotion in it, and the person just went, yeah, all right, emotional. There you go, done.
I feel like it's blue because blue is often the colour for sadness.
It's wrong. It's an orangey red. Fuck
Orangey
knows
red
why.
for emotional. That's more anger than
Oh,
anything.
fuck knows why, lad.
Emotion is quite a vague word, though. It could really be any emotion.
Now, Dan, the question I've got for you is, do you like sand?
Yes.
In which case, you'll
does.
love this colour. It's called likable sand.
Probably yellow, isn't it?
It's cream. Again.
It's cream. What? It's not that one. Aren't there like beaches out there with like white sand? I swear there was
Yes,
like a
they're
beach.
called white
Like-
sand beaches, Dan.
I've never been to one.
Neither have I. But the thing
Oh,
is,
cool.
who the fuck gives paint its name? Like, who does that? That's someone's
know.
job, you know? Someone's job is to
Sand.
name a paint colour.
Sand to me isn't cream. It's yellow.
Fine, whatever then. Whatever. That's what the colour is.
In Peppa Pig, it's yellow.
I don't think Peppa Pig is a great thing to base real life off of, Dan. They all live on top of hills. The clutch control on the pig's car has got to be mad.
Oh yeah, the clutch control.
The
is
clutch
mental,
control
yeah.
has got to be mental on that car.
It's probably going up that hill in like fourth gear or something.
It's got to be, surely. A hill like that, the hills are virtually mountains.
A hill like that. You're
Dan,
probably doing-
the thing is,
Yeah.
their gardens are all at the bottom of the hills. Can you imagine trying to, like, every time you have to go to the garden, you got to walk down a 40-degree bloody hill?
Yeah, I know.
It's mental.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was Guess the Paint. Tune in next time for the next stupid game show.
Yeah.
But now we are going to go into the moronic or not section. So if you are new here, this
Right.
section is where we get 5 random words or short phrases from you viewers and collectively decide whether that word or thing is moronic or not. It's in the fucking name. And that can be the
Yes.
word, it can be the thing itself, it can be the concept, and it doesn't matter because it's all a bit of fun, it's subjective, and you guys can have an entirely different opinion, and who cares? Because you're wrong. Anyway, the first
Go
one
on.
is toothpaste.
I mean, is there anything objectively wrong with toothpaste? I mean, if you don't use it,
It
then
depends on the taste of it.
you don't taste toothpaste. You rub your teeth with it and you
Yeah,
spit it out
yeah,
afterwards.
no shit. But you know when like 90% of toothpastes are mint, right? Whether it's
Yeah, that does
peppermint,
make sense.
spearmint, whatever it is, mint.
Yeah.
But I recently found out. I went to I don't even know what shop it was. I went to a shop to buy like deodorant and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there was strawberry flavored toothpaste.
Oh, why would they put flavourings in
What
everything
freak is
nowadays?
what freak is having
I
that?
know.
You're a
Oh, do you
weirdo.
know, speaking of flavourings, they do flavours of cowpole.
Nah, to be fair, strawberry cowpole slaps. It's so
Yeah,
good.
but it's a drug.
Nah, strawberry cowpole's good.
Kid-
You can't deny it.
I'm not sure if I told you about this. My brother chucked half a bottle of cowpole.
I
and it
don't
was
blame him.
strawberry flavoured.
It bloody tastes.
Strawberry flavoured. Yeah, but
It tastes
that's
good,
addic-
bro. It
that's
tastes so
addictive. That's
good.
not good. Toothpaste is arguably weirder.
Yeah, toothpaste is. If you have flavored toothpaste out there, you're a wrong 'un.
Yeah.
If you have anything besides mint, you're a wrong 'un. And you cannot change my mind about that.
Chocolate chip flavour next.
Oh, fuck off. You do
Well,
that.
that'd be
If
weird.
anyone, you know what? I need to Google this. I need to see if that's a thing now. You've caused that, Dan. You've caused that.
Chocolate flavoured toothpaste is just. Imagine if that's a thing. There's no way.
I fucking hope it isn't. Oh my god,
What?
it's a thing.
Oh my god, what company? It's not Colgate, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's Colgate.
No.
They've called it. Oh wait, no, never mind. I thought they gave it an interesting name. No, they didn't. I thought they went like Chocogate, but no, they just left it as chocolate. If you have chocolate flavored toothpaste, you're a freak, and I don't ever plan on talking or even interacting with you in any way. So back to it to get my mind off of that absolute shit show. Toothpaste thoughts.
Yeah, I'm saying not moronic, but if it's
I'm gonna say
then-
not moronic because 90% of it is mint. However,
Yeah.
if you have flavored toothpaste, you're a freak. Yeah.
True.
Okay, the next one is Iceland, the shop. They actually
Iceland, the
specified. They put in brackets shop, not the country.
They didn't write changing rooms, did they?
Oh, thank fuck no. That's a story for another time. If anyone,
I think you've mentioned it before.
I almost definitely have. Not ideal.
Not
Anyway,
Grim,
Iceland, the shop.
I don't often shop in Iceland. That's not the one with the knockoff brands, is it?
No, that's
Lidl.
Aldi and Lidl.
Aldi and Lidl.
They're the
do,
German ones. We're talking about the Icelandic one. Iceland isn't even from Iceland. I don't know why it's a thing, but yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing with Lidl. Walker's crisps are probably called Dawdlers or Runners or some
Ah, God
shit
knows.
name like that. Yeah, Iceland. I don't really shop in Iceland.
Neither have I. I think I've gone in there a whole twice. I think.
Yeah,
So,
that's an
I don't think I don't think I've ever eaten Iceland food. To my knowledge, anyway, consciously. I may
I
well have
can't
done
really
it on
put
just
a
not
vote.
known, but
It's you know what I mean. I don't really go there often,
no.
so I don't really know if I
I'm
would
just gonna say not
moronic.
moronic in case they want to give us a brand deal.
Yeah, let's go.
I think that's the
I think
safest thing to do.
that's a good idea.
If anyone works at Iceland and you want to give us a brand deal, please, we're sellouts. We want money.
Yeah.
Anyway, the next one is Crunchies.
Crunchies? Oh, the
Yes.
chocolate.
So the chocolate, yeah. I assume anyway. Um,
They're actually really nice. I think with tea as well. I think
no, you do not have a crunch. You do not have a crunchy with tea.
sometimes
Oh
it is
my
quite nice.
god.
It melts. It melts quite easily, but if you just time it right, it's actually really nice.
I think we should need a moment of silence for that one.
Still, though, I think Twix probably beats it.
Besides
Milky
Dan,
Way.
no. Let's get off of Dan's weird habits with tea. The chocolate on its
Crunchy,
own, the chocolate and the honeycomb. I actually had one the other
chocolate and
week.
the
You know, they're really
honeycomb
good. They're really good.
and the yeah, all goes well.
Now, I want to know, Dan, when you were younger, did you ever
Yes.
used to try and get all of the chocolate off and then eat the honeycomb separate?
I everyone's done that.
I think everyone
Yeah.
has, yeah.
100%. It just looks like an orange bar, which is probably what I thought it would be.
I mean, yeah, it's
So,
honeycomb at the
no
end of the day, isn't
surprises
it?
there.
So,
So it's honeycomb.
yeah. I really like Crunchies, so I'm going to go a strong not moronic.
For the million bees that contributed to the honeycomb, and for the poor factory workers that contributed to the chocolate, I'm going not.
Fair. But then again, those factory workers are getting paid 6p a year. Anyway,
Yeah.
portable speakers.
Portable speakers, all right.
Yes. Now, I've only got one issue with people who use these. If you
Right,
blast your crappy drill or rap music on the train, you are a miscreant to society.
People do that at uni. They hang out in big groups and then they get these speakers and then they blast their shitty music.
No. I'm specifically talking about on a train.
On a train, it's even worse.
On a train, you are a douchebag. Get some earphones like the rest of the population.
You shouldn't do that anywhere, to be honest.
You should. If it's at a barbecue and you need background music.
If it's a barbecue,
then
it's
fair.
fine. It's fine. But
if you're doing it in public, you're a wrong one.
Not in public. It makes
Although
sense
then
to
again,
have
if you're doing it in a
music,
park,
yeah.
that's also fine. But like I'm talking like a crowded public space, then you're a weirdo and a nuisance to society.
It's just really annoying.
So if you are one of those people that bring speakers on a train, that blast their crappy music, just get earphones like everyone else on the planet. We know you've got them. Everyone has AirPods nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't because I'm not a loser. Everyone has AirPods nowadays. Put them in. No one wants to hear your crappy drill music. I'm here to get to work. I'm not here to listen to your crap.
Yeah, I know it is really quite annoying, especially when you've had a hard day of work.
Exactly.
You just want to go home.
But anyway, back to I think the idea of portable speakers.
The idea is good, especially in like like public parties and events like
like events and stuff. It makes sense because then you're not whacking around this massive industrial grade speaker. But
yeah, it does set the tone for like a gathering quite well.
Yeah, especially if it's like a barbecue or something, then it's good to.
Yeah, but that's an interesting one because there's two sides of that debate.
Yeah, I don't know whether to go moronic or not, purely because of the fact that there are stupid people that decide to put it on trains, but they're also a good thing. So,
I mean, you could sort of say that for anything.
Yeah, that's true.
If you misuse it, then it's a bad.
No, I'm gonna go not moronic.
I'm gonna go not as well. I think.
Okay then. Are we gonna get a full on not moronic?
It's probably the last one's always the moronic.
That's true. Usually, yeah. All right, the last one on the moronic or not section for this episode is chess.
Yes. Oh, chess!
The game.
I love it. Yeah, I'm not that good at chess.
I haven't played it in many years. I got decent. I say I got decent at it. I could beat my brother who played like 3 times. And this was when I was like 7, so I have no idea how to play it anymore. Obviously, I know how to play it, just not well.
Yeah, I know.
What I do know about chess, and specifically chess fans, is a lot of them are weirdos.
They have names for a lot
Yeah,
of
they've
like
got like a
openings
really, they've
and
got like the,
uh,
I don't know, the microphone speaker chode move, and it's when you
I
move a
say
pawn
that's
twice in a
not the
game.
young
It's like,
fan.
oh,
I think it gets more serious with like the older people with like
oh
the
yeah,
chess master, the
yeah. If you,
grandmaster.
yeah, Dan, what else are
It
you meant to do in retirement when you're like 90? You play chess, you build
yeah.
puzzles, you read books. That's about it.
Have you seen the people they play like 8 games of chess at once? So they'll go to one table, make a move, then they'll go to another table, and then they'll make another move, and then they continuously do that to see how many people they beat.
Dan, that is way too much brain power. That requires
Have you not
so
seen
much.
it?
No,
Oh,
I don't.
there's
Funnily enough, watch chess championships.
no, I think Devon Brown he did something like that. He got 8 chess masters and grandmasters.
Right?
He went to one table, made a move, and then went to another one. So he was playing 8 games simultaneously.
You're off your
And I
head if you're
think
doing that.
he had some weird strategy. I can't really remember it, but it was pretty cool. I would recommend it. It is
See,
pretty cool.
I've now got a question, Dan. What's the
Yeah,
difference between a chess master and a chess grandmaster?
I
Is it
think
just how many tournaments you've won, or is it just like a
it's
age
probably
thing?
tournaments you've won and how many sort of moves you can think ahead. I think like a chess grandmaster can think up to like 20 moves ahead or something like that.
I'm sorry, fucking what?
Yeah, I know there's people that play it too much, and I guess when you look at the configuration of the pieces on the board, you can sort of after years of experience, you can sort of work out sort of what's going to happen if that makes sense.
Yeah, but like if you put that much time into a game, then
It is, yeah, it is quite odd, I
that's mental,
guess.
lad. That's actually kind of insane.
Hmm. Yeah, true. Um. Yeah. What's our verdict?
I actually don't know. I haven't played chess in a great many years. Um,
I'm probably gonna
One
go.
thing that I do that I've never seen, right? I've seen it in
Hmm.
films, but never in real life. You know how in some like films, particularly with old people, they always sit in a park
Yeah.
with a chessboard on a table, but like
It's always a part. Yeah.
no, but the table is a chessboard,
Oh
right?
yeah,
I've
they're much
never
more like
seen
that.
one of those in real life. I'm convinced they don't actually exist.
I think it's pretty cool though.
It's interesting. It gets the old people out and about, but I've never seen one, and I don't know if it's just an American thing. Because funnily enough, I've never been to an
Mm.
American park. Because I don't actually I have, but it's in New York, and that's fairly
Yeah.
common. Um, yeah, I actually don't know really. That's odd. I've never
Mm.
seen them.
Cool. Yeah. I do have a story about a chess. I'll tell it in a minute after we've voted.
Okay then.
But what's your verdict?
I'm gonna go not moronic, just because if you're good at it, fair play to you. But I don't care
If
enough
if
about
you
it.
are good at it, then
I don't care
yeah,
enough
good
about
on
it
you.
to say it's moronic. Is my verdict.
I'm gonna go not moronic as well. Is that the last one?
It is indeed. So let me do the wrap up, and then
Oh,
you can tell your
Slough.
fun
That's
story.
Slough.
Okay
Yeah, it
then.
says
So
that's a not moronic.
indeed, we have a full not moronic layout.
I
So
think that's the first
toothpaste.
time that's ever happened.
Indeed. So toothpaste,
Wow.
Iceland, crunchies, portable speakers, and chess, all not moronic. Ooh. I think that's the first time that's happened in the history of ever. So
Yeah, that's
cool.
that's good.
All right,
Uh,
go for your weird chess story now, Dan.
so this is believe it or not, the smallest handmade chess set ever. And guess the rough dimensions of this chess set. The smallest one in the world. The
Okay.
board, as the board.
Is the board okay? Uh,
Yeah.
can I get a clue? Like, is it less than a millimeter, or is it like
No,
in
it's not less
actual
than
measurement?
it's in millimeters.
Okay, so it's an actual quantifiable measurement as opposed to quantum or nano, whatever the
It's
fuck.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go for 3 millimeters.
it's a bit bigger than that. It's 8 millimeters, but
Oh right.
that's still quite small
I mean,
though.
that's still a centimeter.
It's is observable, but the pieces are like tiny though.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's 8 millimeters, Dan. What did you expect?
In
Did you expect it to be
in
full
height,
size? Like,
all the figures are 1 millimeter, and the king is 2.4, or like the most important ones, including the
right,
king,
okay,
two
that makes
point four.
sense.
So the figures are barely observable.
Lovely. So what you're telling me is you need a magnifying glass to play that game.
Yeah, and it's oh god, the guy who invented it. What's his name? Ara Davida Garzayan.
He's definitely butchered that. So sorry, that guy.
Yeah, it's Armenian. It's
Oh
Armenian.
right, okay, yeah. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that because I
But
will definitely butcher it.
yeah, the awesome thing is though, it's made from actual 18K gold.
Oh, it's
So
actually
you
made
use
from
yellow and white
carat
gold.
gold. Oh right, fair enough.
Um, Ar- yeah, apricot wood, platinum. He
Bloody
rests
hell!
the frame in platinum.
Wow.
Oh bloody hell! There's rubies and diamonds in it as
I
well.
mean, then again, though, they're not going to be a lot. I assume the diamonds aren't like. I assume they're like
I don't know.
0.1 of a carat or something stupid.
According to Ripley's Believe It or Not, it mentions diamonds, but it doesn't mention like
The size.
you know what I mean. Yeah, like that. But
Fair
diamonds are
enough.
quite small. Though.
Yeah, I assume they can't be more um than like half a carat or I don't know
And
diamond
that's
sizes to be honest.
more small stuff to talk about. Didn't I talk about small stuff last week?
I could not
'Cause there
tell you,
was
mate. But if you're talking about small stuff, you definitely can't mention Jake because he's not small at all. He's fat as
I
shit.
was.
Jake, if you're listening, hold that.
I mean, what part of him is small?
Oh, hey, hey.
It's a bit
Whoa, whoa,
inappropriate.
whoa. How would you know, Dan?
How would you know? I wouldn't.
Exactly. We just
I
he's
mean,
fat.
by looking at people, you would guess.
Yeah, to be fair, you would guess. Yeah, if you saw the size of that man compared to that, then yeah.
But yeah, that's chess for you.
Fair
And
enough.
but like, it is kind of useless though. I mean, if you can't see it, then you know what I mean. No one's really gonna play it.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
kind of moronic as we would put it.
Fair enough. So actually, speaking of that, that's just really randomly reminded me, right, of.
Yeah,
So, have you ever heard the term "hung like a horse"?
hung like a horse. Not really.
Yes.
No. What do you
Okay, so
mean?
basically, it refers to how do I put this to not get demonetized? Um,
You're probably already
it depends
honest.
on how a well endowed man how well a man is endowed, shall we say, to not get
Oh, okay.
demonetized.
Yeah,
If that
I
makes
instantly
sense.
know what you mean.
Uh,
Yeah.
so, uh, the average horse weighs around 1,000 pounds.
Like Jake.
Yeah, like Jake. But has a 20-inch schlong, right?
Not like Jake.
So that yeah, unlike yeah, that is a ratio of 50 pounds per inch, right?
Yeah.
So if you are technically hung like a horse, the average
Oh, right.
man weighing about 200 pounds, which is 90 kgs for anyone wondering, only needs about a 4-inch schlong to be hung like a horse. So if
That's
anyone ever says, "Oh, I'm hung like a
not.
horse," it only means they've got at least a 4.
I mean, that's good to know, just in case you want to go on the chase and a question like that randomly appears.
Yeah, I mean, so be proud, fellas. If you've got more than a 4-inch, you are technically hung like a horse, pound for pound. So there you go. Have fun, everyone. Knowing that knowledge. But
Well,
anyway, seeing as this is going out in October, I thought I'd sprinkle in a little bit of Halloween
oh
into
yes,
this.
early Halloween. We are recording on the 17th of September.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, but we've got some stuff going on in the meantime, so this is going out at some point in October. So, uh, have you? I mean, I can guarantee you. Actually, have you heard of something called a jack o' lantern?
Yes, they're in Minecraft.
They are indeed. But would you like to know the origin of said jack o' lanterns?
Go on. Give me a good
Okay then.
history lesson in case I want to go on the
Well,
chase.
actually, I say history lesson. It's more of a mythology lesson. So, in Irish mythology, there is a guy called Stingy Jack who likes to play tricks on people a lot.
Right.
He goes around essentially playing tricks on people, right? Hence the name Stingy Jack. But one day he decides to play a trick on the devil himself, right? And he tricks the
Oh,
devil into climbing a tree to go pick an apple, similar to what he did to
right.
Eve way back
Oh,
when.
yes.
And then when the devil was in the tree picking the apple, Jack carved a cross into the tree's trunks, into the tree trunk, trapping the devil on the tree because obviously he can't go near a cross because of
Right.
Satan magic. So Jack made a deal with the devil that if he let the devil down, the devil could never claim his soul. The devil obviously agreed. So decades later, when Jack eventually died, he was denied entry to both heaven and hell due to his trickster ways, right?
Ah.
But the devil kind of sent him on his way throughout the spirit world and the human world as well, technically, with only a single piece of coal to light the way, right?
All
So
right.
what Jack decides to do is he finds a turnip, he hollows it out, and he makes a lantern out of it.
Huh.
So obviously that's how the original Jack o' Lantern started, right? But then as the kind of as the mythology grew in Ireland, people started to carve their own lanterns out of like turnips and potatoes to
Mm.
ward off evil spirits on the Hallows Eve, which later becomes Halloween. Um,
Oh, right.
and then, unfortunately, the Americans took hold of Halloween.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, they took hold of Halloween. Uh, Basically, they thought it was cool, and as usual, they wanted to become more Irish,
Yeah.
and they essentially stole the holiday. And although the Americanized holiday is now the most popular version, uh, people started to use pumpkins instead of turnips and potatoes uh, to form their jack o' lanterns.
Yeah, American Halloween is pretty weird. They go round, not like the entire block, like the entire state,
Oh
and
yeah,
then actually trick or treat.
Americans like
Yeah.
everything they do, and I mean everything, including their weight. They do bigger.
Bigger but questionably better.
Yeah, questionably. Because obviously, when you're in the UK, you go trick or treating when you're a kid,
Hmm.
or if you're or when you're an adult, if you've got a kid with you and you don't want them to be stabbed in the middle of the night. Um, so, unlike in the UK, when you go around maybe your road and maybe the surrounding 2 or 3 roads, in the US they go round like the entire bloody town or village or
Yeah, I've never,
suburb.
I've
That's
never,
the word I was looking for.
yeah, I've never really understood why people do it. If anything, it's bloody annoying
Free
hearing the
candy, mate.
doorbell go off.
Free candy, as the Americans would say, or sweets, as we say in the UK.
But it's like I don't want the doorbell going off continuously.
Then just don't answer, or just don't put decorate. The rule is in the UK, if you don't have decorations up, you don't put out candy or sweets. It's just the way it works. I don't know if
Yeah,
that's a thing in the
that,
US. Probably not, because the US are kind of insane. But yeah. So that is your little
yeah.
Halloween fact for the year. Tune in next year for the origins of the name Hallows Eve, I guess.
Yes, good history lesson, eh?
I mean, it was more mythology,
After
but
this,
yeah.
you'll get 9 or 3 GCSE.
Yeah, true. But if you've got no hands, how are you meant to hold your jack o' lantern?
That's a good point.
Exactly. So that
Even
leads straight into a
very
would you
hard
rather
to.
from you viewers, or from a viewer, I guess, not you collectively. Would you
Mhm.
rather, Dan, have feet for hands or have no hands at all?
Think
I
for
don't know
hands
why
on our
our
hands.
viewers are
Oh,
really obsessed with feet and hands. Because last episode we had would you rather have forks for legs or spoons for
Oh yeah,
hands.
that was it. That one.
Yeah.
Probably the first one, I guess. I
You'd
mean, they're
rather
both as
have
bad
feet
as
for
each other.
hands.
A feet for hands, you can sort of do something with,
I guess you could still hold stuff. You
maybe.
just grip it in between the toes, right?
Yeah,
So you can still
I
kind of
guess
hold stuff.
that's yeah. But having no hands is
You could walk. You could walk on all fours a bit
nah.
easier, I guess. Don't know why you'd
But
need
something,
to, but
but that's about it. There's no other sort of advantage.
you'd have to spend a fortune on shoes.
Full shoes.
Yeah, you'd have to get 2 sets of shoes. Would they be different
Well,
sizes?
don't put
Do
your
you reckon
shoes on your
Do you reckon
hands.
the feet on your hands would be different sizes to the feet on your feet?
It depends if your feet for hands, then I assume the sizes will be the same, right?
I don't know. They should have outlined it better in the Would You Rather. But yeah, I don't actually know. Feet for hands or
I'll
no
go for the
hands?
first one.
I think I might go for no hands.
Really?
Just because if you got a foot on your hand, right? You can't
Yeah.
really do much, can you? Like I guess you could type on your computer. You couldn't really write anything. You definitely couldn't play any games on like a controller or a mouse and keyboard. Well, maybe a mouse and keyboard if you're
It's sort of
a
the same
strange
as having
individual.
no hands, to be honest. But
Yeah, but at least with no hands, I can adapt to live. Instead of with feet to hands, you've just got a foot on your hand. And whenever you go to shake someone's hand, it's gonna be like a weird
got
foot
no hands.
shake. Yeah, exactly. You just wouldn't go for handshakes, or you would, and then they just shake your wrist. You know?
Oh well. Yeah.
I think I'd go for no hands, to be honest.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
It's still a bit of a
Yeah,
weird
it's a
one. I
bit
think
odd.
that's
Viewers, next time round, can you not ask us something about hands or feet? Because
yes.
it's getting a bit weird now. We've had 2 in a row with hands and feet.
But I will say this, something a bit weirder that I found recently.
Right.
Tattoos, right? But
Okay.
not just any tattoos. Tattoos you put on the roof of your mouth. So you open your mouth and some guy,
I'm sorry,
some
what?
Belgian guy. Huh?
My brain just took a minute to try and comprehend what you said. Did you say tattoos on the roof of your mouth?
Yes.
Like on the inside?
Yes.
Huh? Alright,
This
whatever.
there's only one guy that does it. It's a Belgian guy called Indy Voet.
Okay.
He gets literally like a sewing needle, dips it in ink,
Okay, no.
and then he puts the tattoo in the roof of your mouth. But he says like there's not much room to maneuver because of like your teeth and stuff like that.
Fun enough, there's not meant to be needles in your mouth.
Yep, and
Strangely
in the
enough.
roof of your mouth. It's a bit pointless though because no one's going to see it, and it's a bit
They
weird.
do if you look up with your jaw open. That's
Yeah, but
literally it.
how often do you do that?
Never. I don't think I've ever
Yeah,
recalled a time where I've done that
exactly.
in my entire
Um,
life.
do you want to know the best part of all of this?
Please tell me it's something of like a. Please tell me the tattoo is like of like some shitty cartoon character like Peppa Pig.
No, the actual tattoo artist, as I said before, the Belgian guy Indy Voet,
Yeah.
he literally said that this is painless, despite him literally jabbing a needle into the roof of your mouth.
Viewers, we do not condone doing that shit. If you want to get a tattoo, feel free. You do you. As long as it's not on the inside of your mouth. Oh, that's just reminded
Yeah.
me. There was a guy. I can't remember his name right now. But a few years ago, he was in the Guinness Book of World Records. He
Oh
got
yeah.
his eyes tattooed.
Oh,
So
like
like
the inside.
no, like the white bit of your eyes.
Oh,
He dyed them like black or something.
that's
Like he
really
dyed
weird.
the white bit of his eyes. I need to find this guy. I'm curious now. What is this guy's name?
Yeah, what is his name?
I
That's
don't
a very
know.
bizarre.
Uh,
Oh,
Here we go. Here we go. What year was this though? That's the question. Um, this was in 2020, or at least this case of it. I'm pretty sure there was a completely different one. I'm pretty sure there's people done this before this. They definitely have. So apparently, uh, Aleksandra Sadowska from Warsaw, Poland.
right.
Uh, so she wanted to look like her favorite rapper. Uh, so she dyed her eyes black and went partially
Oh,
blind because of it. Because she, funnily enough, stuck a needle in her eye that didn't need to be there. Um,
oh.
I need to find the actual guy who did this. One second.
I
It was
mean,
it.
as Indie would say, it's painless.
I don't think it is, mate.
I'll
Um,
tell him that.
all right, hold on. Apparently, it is just a thing you can get done, like body mod. I think it is just a type of body mod. I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Um,
Have you seen what the Ethiopians do, where they put like the disc in their mouth or something? They
oh
like cut
yeah, a lot
part
of
of the lip.
African tribes do that. Yeah.
Oh, it's really. And then and then when they take it out, they've got like half of their lip just dangling from their mouth.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
So yeah, it's called corneal tattooing. Corneal
Mm.
tattooing.
Right.
One sec. I'm gonna quickly try and find this guy who did this. Um, it was
Mm.
like okay. Apparently, it's first started in 1869.
Oh,
Uh,
right.
when an oculoplastic surgeon Louis de Recker introduced a new method. De Recker, as he was also known, was the first to use black India ink to tattoo the leucoma of the eye. Yeah, of the
Coma of the eye. I don't know where that is.
leucoma of the eye. Weird.
Yeah,
Um,
that's really sort of odd.
yeah, I don't know who did it
I don't know why
first,
anyone would do
annoyingly, but
that.
other than this Louis de Recker guy. So if anyone wants to look into him and what he did, be my guest. We're not going to talk about it too
I
much on
mean,
here.
what would you rather have? Tattoo on the roof of your mouth or in your eye?
Roof of my mouth, because then I don't look like a bit of a f-wit. Because
Yeah,
no one's
that's
gonna
probably
see it at the
fair
end of
enough.
the day, are they? Like,
Yeah, I know, but still a waste of money. I mean, the whole
oh yeah,
point of a
it's
tattoo is for it to be seen.
yeah, but at the same time, would you really want the white of your eye to be a different color?
It depends on the colour.
What color would you want? Go on. Would you want a Reginald, an elephant's breath,
Oh,
perhaps a Julie's
oh, not
dream?
probably gold. But I
Or you want
like
a golden
light.
eye? What is this? A fucking James Bond villain? I'm pretty sure.
Um,
Is that not a James Bond villain?
it's one of the movies.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Although
saying.
you wouldn't dye your eye. Anyone who does it wouldn't dye their eye and
Yeah, it's a
natural
James
colour.
Bond film.
It's Yeah, it is. There's like
So
30 of
what
them.
you're telling me, Dan, is you want to become a James Bond villain?
I've never seen James Bond. I've
Which
not seen one
any of
James
them?
Bond film.
Any of them?
No,
Fair
no, I've not
enough.
seen any James Bond.
I saw the last one of Daniel Craig's ones. God knows what it's called. Actually, if I just go one sec,
Skyfall,
that's
Spectre,
like the
something
only.
like
You know what? Give me a minute. Uh, all James Bond movies. Daniel Craig in order. Here we go. So it goes Casino Royale. Don't think I've ever seen it. Quantum of Solace. I remember having a Wii game of that. Don't know why, but I did.
that.
Skyfall.
What? Really? They do that?
I guess so.
That's really weird.
Quantum of Solace 2008. Skyfall 2012. Spectre 2015. No Time to Die 2021. I've seen No Time to Die. Um,
What was it? Good?
yeah, it was alright. To be honest, I'm not
Uh,
a massive. I'm gonna be honest. The James Bond stuff, I've never really been that into. Like, it's if someone's got it, if it's on
Yeah.
TV, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'll turn this shit off. I'm just gonna firm it. Like, if someone says, I really want to watch James Bond, I'm just gonna like be, yeah, alright, whatever. But
Who's the new James Bond then?
they haven't announced it, but people are thinking, what's his name? I can't think of his name now. Tom Holland. No, not Tom Holland. Tom
Come on,
Hiddleston.
and
Tom Hiddleston. That's it.
Tom
People are thinking
Hiddleston.
Tom
Never heard of.
Hiddleston to be. It's Loki from the Marvel stuff.
No, I don't watch Marvel.
Well, fair enough. Yeah, people are thinking.
Oh right, him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it has to be someone in like their 40s. I reckon it can't be a young actor.
No. No.
I think yeah, it wouldn't make sense if it was Tom Holland.
Bloody hell. Daniel Craig
Oh
is a sixth actor to play James Bond on the big screen.
yeah, I know. How old is Daniel Craig?
I don't actually know.
Craig. He's 55.
Fair enough.
That's fair enough.
So hold on, Dan. So before him, it was Sean Connery, George Lazenby, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, and Pierce Brosnan, and then
Oh
Daniel
right.
Craig after that.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I haven't seen
actually,
any of
do you
them.
want to know something interesting? Uh,
Yeah.
James Bond was actually inspired.
Mhm.
Like the character of James Bond was actually inspired by Christopher Lee.
All right.
So for anyone that doesn't know, Christopher Lee, it was his life. He completed everything. He almost married Swiss loyalty. He was a British soldier in the SAS during World War Two and killed a bunch of Nazis. He
Oh
worked for the
right.
Secret Service. He was the inspiration for James Bond. He
Oh,
played Count Dooku in Star Wars. He played
cool. Cool.
Saruman the White in Lord of the Rings.
How would you go from Secret Service to acting?
He did everything. Like, genuinely, Christopher Lee did a ridiculous amount of stuff in his life. He also got knighted, rightfully so,
Oh
to be honest.
wow.
You know what? Let me bring up a biography on this guy.
How do
Uh,
you even get a knighthood? Like, well, what do you need to do? What are the requirements?
there's probably a list. So yeah, he was also a singer apparently. He was born on the
Oh
27th of
wow.
May 1992 and sadly passed away on the 7th of June of 2015.
How old was he?
Uh, 93, I think, if my
Oh,
maths is right.
that's pretty decent. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, 93. So Christopher Lee. Hold on, I
Yeah.
need to find a decent biography on this guy. Because he
Oh
did
right.
a ridiculous amount of stuff. So,
Yeah.
oh yeah, he also right, here we go. He did here are some of the films he's been in. He played Count Dracula.
Oh okay.
He played James Bond. He played someone in the James Bond film, The Man with the Golden Gun in 1974. Count Dooku in the Star Wars films. In the Star Wars films. Saruman, or I don't know how to pronounce that. Saruman in Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. He was knighted for his services to drama and charity in 2009. Received the BAFTA Fellowship in 2011. Received the BFI Fellowship in 2013.
Hmm.
He played someone in the Mummy film in
Really? He
19.
was in that?
Not one of the well known ones. One of the where is it? I can't find it now. Yeah, he played.
Oh,
He was in one of the
oh
Mummy
right.
films. So
Was
yeah,
it
here
one
we
of the
go.
ones?
He was in the SAS, I believe. Oh wait, no, he was in the Finnish Army in 1939,
Bloody
and then
hell.
he was in the Royal Air Force,
Yeah.
and then he fought in World War Two, killed a bunch of Nazis, and that's how the well-known clip of him telling J.R.R. Tolkien how he knows what being stabbed in the back literally sounds like. So
Oh,
he
right.
volunteered to fight in the Finnish army against the Soviet Union during the Winter War.
Yeah.
Uh, he he's he did a lot of stuff. Is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So here we go. He played uh, Dracula in The Curse of Frankenstein. He
Right.
was in Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Hamlet. Um, a whole bunch of stuff that I can't list off because of I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah,
quite a lot.
I know for a fact he was the inspiration for James Bond because I'm pretty sure it was written by his cousin. James Bond was written by well, the original James Bond was written by Christopher Lee's cousin about him, which is weird. But he never actually
Oh,
portrayed
right.
him on
Oh,
screen
wow. Oh,
for
okay.
obvious reasons. Uh, but yeah, so that was pretty insane. Christopher Lee is
Yeah, that's
an
pretty cool.
insane guy. He did a ridiculous amount of stuff. If anyone actually has a lot of time, go on the guy's Wikipedia page and read off what he's done. It's insane.
Yeah, that's. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know.
That is very interesting. Yeah.
Mm, indeed.
Cool.
So, you know what?
Yeah.
Here is another question for you, Dan. What do
Right.
you
Yeah,
think
go on.
is more dangerous? 1 million ants or 100,000
Or
slugs?
it depends on the type of ant, though.
Uh,
There's
we'll just
different.
go run of the mill, standard boring ant, not like Papanara Chloramonemona, however you say that, bullet ant.
Right. Yeah, not
We're
not
we're
not
not
not the
going bullet
bullet
ant
one.
because that's an obvious win. We'll just
Probably.
go standard ant. I don't know what they're normally called.
They're not really that deadly. Probably the slugs. I'll take the ants over the slugs.
You think the slugs would? You think the slugs are more? 100,000 slugs are more dangerous than 1 million ants?
Oh, you said 1 million ants.
I think the ants would are more dangerous purely because have you seen the video of the ants building a bridge to invade a wasp nest?
No, I haven't.
Like they build a bridge out of themselves. Like they build an ant bridge
Yeah.
to invade a wasp nest.
What do they do to the wasps?
They kill them and eat them. Feed them to
I
the
mean,
larvae to
that's brilliant.
create more ants.
I mean, that's brilliant.
But yeah, have you not seen that clip? It's insane.
And you gotta love nature.
You've got to love ants. Ants are actually
Just the hobbies and
surprisingly cool creatures. They're very intelligent. Apart
Oh,
from when that caterpillar that we spoke about a couple episodes ago comes into town, then they're not that intelligent.
the fact that they can dismantle a wasp nest is
They
pretty
fully
cool.
took it down. Like they killed all the wasps, and I think they just left the nest there as like a trophy.
How do they kill the wasps then?
They like bite them until they die. They said
They just.
they literally rip them apart. Like they rip their legs off.
I
They
assume
rip
there's like
like wings
50
off.
odd ants on each one then.
No, there's not that many. Only
Oh,
like
really?
15, 20, yeah.
Even, yeah, 15, 20 is quite a bit. Oh, wow.
Like it's
That's,
really cool. You know what?
that's an excruciating way
On
to go.
YouTube, I'll whack a clip of it on screen now if I can. If not,
Hmm.
then unfortunately I can't do that for copyright reasons. But yeah,
Yeah, that's a pretty excruciating way to go though, as a
yeah, I
wasp.
know. I mean, to
Oh,
be fair, wasps do nothing. Let's be honest.
yeah, they are.
And to be honest, I'm so
Well,
glad it's now autumn. So all the wasps are gone, the gnats are gone,
yeah, the heat
the
is
moths are
going
gone.
down. Yeah,
It's lovely. No more bastard bugs,
no more bloody bugs. Yeah,
which is nice.
yeah, that's always ideal.
Exactly. So you know
Um,
what, viewers? On that note, we are going to end it there. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to see more like this, you can of course subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Bye.